Hi guys, it's Melissa. Welcome back to my channel. I create content for those of you who are on this journey with me to do and be better as well as live our best lives. So in this video, I'm going to be discussing 3 reasons why I do not wear foundation, as well as how I can get away with it, what it is that I do instead, and a technique that I'm thinking about trying. Reason number 1, the most important reason, at least to me anyway, and that is it makes me look older, like a lot older. Now, I was blessed with a more youthful appearance, so why in the world, given how much I obsess over taking care of my skin, do I want to look older? And for some reason, when I wear foundation, it makes me look older. In particular, I noticed that it emphasizes my fine lines and wrinkles, especially on my forehead and around my mouth, like my smile lines. It's like mummy whenever I wear foundation. It looks terrible. I wouldn't be surprised if other people have noticed the same when it comes to their skin as well, that when they put on foundation, it's almost like the foundation seeps into the lines or the crevices or whatever textures that you've got going on, makes it more obvious. Which, in my opinion, defeats the purpose of wearing foundation, because one of the reasons why folks wear foundation is because it provides a more attractive and youthful appearance due to evening out one's complexion. Now, if I'm being honest with myself, the reason why the foundation does that on me, it might be related to reason number 2. And that is, I don't know what the hell I'm doing when it comes to foundation, be honest with you, I don't. There are definitely steps and things to consider. For example, if you're gonna wear foundation, you gotta prep your skin for it. And yeah, having a good skincare routine, that's definitely a must in terms of prepping your skin. But then there's other steps like primers. And yes, I do think primers work because I've seen people put on primers and then they'll put on their foundation, and you can see how the primer enhanced how the foundation looked on their skin. My problem is there are a lot of primers out there. I own several primers. Problem is trying to figure out which one I should be using, or which ones I should be using, and how am I supposed to be using it? Kind of like a face mask. So let's say you're using a mud face mask, right? You may not want to apply the mud face mask to certain parts of your skin, especially like drier patches of your skin. You're using the mud mask primarily for like your T-zone or places where there's clogged pores or something like that, versus using like a honey mask. You may definitely want to use the honey mask on parts of your face that's dry. So when you take all that into consideration, in one session, you'll put on your mud mask like right here around your cheeks, your nose, maybe your chin, and then you'll put the honey mask everywhere else on your face in order to make sure that certain parts of your face is receiving the treatment that it needs. You know what I mean? That's how I think of when I think of primer. Like maybe there's folks out there who are lucky who can get away with wearing one primer across their entire face, or they found the one primer that allows them to do so. But in my case, I don't like wearing foundation because I don't know how to prep my skin for it. Another reason why I don't wear foundation is because you have to select the right formula of foundation, a formula that works with your skin type. There's different types of foundations out there, different finishes, different thickness, different coverages. And depending on your skin type, one foundation might be too drying on your skin, which of course that could probably accentuate the fine lines and wrinkles or make you look older because it just makes your skin so dry looking. At least some foundations might make your skin look super shiny just because is not right for your skin type. So selecting the right foundation based off of the formulation, it definitely falls under the umbrella of I don't know what the hell I'm doing. In addition to that is matching my skin tone, which, if I'm being completely frank, would probably require more than just one foundation. And I don't mean because I would need to mix 2 or more shades in order to get my perfect shade. It would be more so because my complexion isn't even across the board. Like when it comes to like my face and neck, there are certain areas that are darker and certain areas that are lighter, which is not necessarily a bad thing. It's almost like I have a natural highlight contour situation going on. Basically, as a result, a shade that would match my neck very nicely might not work for my entire face. It might work for areas of my face, and then I would have to incorporate another shade for the other areas of my face, or vice versa, you know what I mean? And reason number 3 is laziness. Basically, it's straight up laziness. Take into consideration all of that I discussed in reason number 2. Can you imagine? I mean, I guess once you've figured it out, you're good. But just getting to the point of figuring it out, that's quite a bit of investment in terms of time, money. In addition to that, it would force me to have to cleanse at night, which I don't normally do all the time. I prefer to cleanse in the morning after working out. Although absolutely fabulous if you can do it. It's quite difficult setting aside time to do both a morning and evening skincare routine that involves cleansing each time, every single day. And you can probably tell based off of my videos, most days I don't wear any makeup. If I do wear makeup, typically it's like some eyeliner, mascara, I might color in my brows, I might put on some blush and some lip gloss. If most days I'm not wearing makeup, I can pretty much get away with going to bed without having to cleanse. Not to say that everybody can get away with that, depending on your skin. Some folks really do need to cleanse morning and night. But me personally, if I didn't wear any makeup that day, I can get by without cleansing before going to bed. Now, how do I get away with not wearing foundation? It probably is a no-brainer for you guys. It's basically having a skincare routine that works for you. I've developed a skincare routine that works for me, well, for the most part. There's definitely some tweaking that needs to go on, and over time I have to modify it and change it as I learn more about my skin and more about the products and services that are out there to help me achieve the best skin that I can achieve. I do have a baseline skincare routine that I can go to maintain my skin. Even if you're wearing foundation, we all know the importance of having a good canvas to work with. So what do I do instead? I use concealers, and I use concealers more so as targeted coverage. I do get acne from time to time. Like I'll get a pimple, like maybe on the side of my cheek, or a pimple on my forehead, you know. And then when the pimple goes away, it usually leaves behind areas of hyperpigmentation, especially if, you know, I popped that pimple like I wasn't supposed to pop it, but I was sick of it being on my face, so I wanted to get rid of it. It usually leaves behind some bit of scarring or hyperpigmentation, especially when you take into account that I use exfoliants in my skincare routine. I'm allowing the exfoliants time to resolve that issue of the hyperpigmentation that resulted from the blemishes. I'm giving it time, and in the meantime, I'm pretty much covering up those areas of hyperpigmentation with the concealer. Now, I do like foundation can even out your skin tone, and I do wish I knew how to make foundation work for me, especially for those moments when I really want a beat look. So that's why I've been thinking about a technique I would like to try. And this particular technique was actually, I was inspired by Naomi Campbell. So I was watching one of Naomi's recent videos, and in that video, she was basically interviewing Jackie Aina, and they were putting on their makeup while the interview was taking place. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments section, I believe in terms of complexion products, Naomi just stuck to concealers. She had multiple concealers, like meaning different shades, because again, her skin, her face, the skin on her face and neck are different shades. And she was using her concealers much like foundation, but she was avoiding certain areas, especially her forehead, for the same reasons that I would avoid my forehead. I believe she actually stated that in the video. So it wasn't like she covered her entire face and neck in concealer. She was literally using it in a targeted way, targeting certain areas. Queen Naomi, her skin is flawless. I mean, she has beautiful skin. She has this effortless, natural makeup look. I mean, life goals. But anyways, I'm thinking about doing the same thing where I'm using complexion products like foundation, but I'm using it in a way that avoids my forehead as well as my smile lines. Well, folks, that's it for this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you thought that the information was helpful or at the very least entertaining. Go ahead and share your comments down below on what we discussed in today's video, and I'll be seeing you in my next upload. Bye-bye.